This is my 1-year review with the FitRx SmartBell. I got these last Christmas and it's November now, so just about a year I've had these and been working with these in my garage. I'll give you a lowdown of what I like about them, some concerns I have, and how they've been holding up for the past 11 months. I get a lot of questions of what are the weights made out of on the SmartRx dumbbell. The weights come in and out of the base really easy. You can change them, you can mix them, it doesn't matter. They're in there according to size, so if they switch around, it's not a problem. But they are a hard plastic with just a solid interior, and they have a locking mechanism down here. So they are not metal, but a hard plastic and a hard interior. I do get a lot of questions of, will these fit on my dumbbell rack and stand that I maybe bought for another type of adjustable dumbbell? This base is a hard plastic, and it's pretty universal in size. It is about 9 inches width, and length is about just a tad over 17 inches. So it should fit on most of your regular dumbbell stands. FitRx does have one I saw on their website, but like again, you can buy a generic one at any of your sporting goods stores or anything like that, and this should fit it. One concern I did have about the FitRx dumbbells was the base. This base is a hard plastic. It has the grooves for the weights in here, and it has the clip which releases the handle so you can switch weights. So on the handle, there's 2 little white things. As it fits in there, it presses that, and that makes things be able to turn. So if something does happen to the base, you can't just use any sort of other base to adjust your weights. It has held up pretty well. There's really no beat ups inside. I wasn't quite sure how well it would do. I mean, for the most part, it does just sit there. I do move them around a little bit on my floor, and it's been sturdy. No issues with the buttons here. They are very hard metal put in here with the clip. This is not any sort of like junk or cheap metal that is really gonna bend or had any issues with. It's really good quality right there. I've had no. As a side note, in case you haven't seen the other reviews, the one thing I really do appreciate about the changing of the weights is it is a single hand, and you can go forward and backwards on the weights with no problem. So that means you don't have to go all the way around if you would pass a weight. So if you go to 40 and you miss it, you can go right back and forth. When I first got my FitRx Smart Dumbbells and I started using the lower weights, I was a little worried about the length of these. So your dumbbell is 16 inches long, and with the lower weights, you know, your dumbbell is usually more around 9-10 inches. So I wasn't quite sure how that was going to hold up. I honestly forgot that this was an issue when I first got the dumbbells, and really just became accustomed to the length, and it doesn't really interfere with any of my exercises or workouts now. I think you just kind of get used to a little bit longer dumbbells and the lighter weights. Another question I get about my dumbbells and over the past year is, how are the weights holding up? So we'll pull a couple weights out of here, and I can show you. We'll do a couple of lighter ones because we use them more, but there's a few scratches and dents on the bottoms here, but no real damage to the weight, as much as just regular wear and tear and just back and forth on the weights. But you can see that they're actually in good shape. I do re-rack them a lot more than what I thought, because I'll put them back into the rack to change the weights from the next set. Maybe I'm going up and down, or I'm just done with the dumbbells. I do throw them still pretty regularly on my garage floor. I'm not afraid to hit them and knock them down and beat them up. But as I said, no real damage. Things have really held up pretty well. So another question I get is, are these weights going to fall out? So as I said before, it does have clamps on here as you're spinning around that will go in there and click into the weights. So as we're going around, it will lock into the weights right underneath here, and that way it'll hold the weight in. There's also kind of a secondary feature on this. When you come in, so it locks underneath here, so it's holding the weight in there. Plus, since these are kind of a U shape, it's also held in by the bracket. So they can't just fall straight out. They would have to rotate out, something along that line. So you can see it has the bar up here through the U shape, right? This is a regular one, just has the regular U. The bar sits here, and then it has a clamp down in here to hold the weight. So you can see if I hold this weight upside down, I mean, it's really kind of hard to knock these out. It does a really great job of doing that. Let's also hold well in other things. When people were talking about holding it into a squat position and you're shaking the weight, or if I hold it into a swing and I pull it out, I've had really no issues with them. They're in there really tight and good. So I've been really impressed with that. A lot of people ask, where's the best place to purchase the FitRx Smart Dumbbells? They do have their own website, and there are other places that sell them. The easiest place and where I thought mine was Walmart.com. I believe I saw these the other day. It's November right now, and I saw them over Thanksgiving on sale for $99, the 5 to 52 and a half one. They do sell a larger size that's 10 to 90, and that was on sale for 150 bucks. So sell that at Walmart.com. Plus, I'm sure there's a lot of other places that sell them too. Good luck. Hope you enjoy your purchase.